we'll go ahead and record, and she's going to talk about just being the CEO of your own business. And she's actually located in, are you in Okinawa? Where are you at? Yeah, she's in Okinawa, Japan. So it's like 11 there? 4?
11 a.m. Monday.
11 a.m. Monday. So she's already had her case of the Mondays, and she's ready to rock. But if you guys have any questions, use the chat, or just interrupt her because she's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm excited. I got my notebook ready to rock.
Thanks. Yeah, like she said, if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to be like, hey, stop for a sec, because I'm known to kind of just talk and talk and talk. So just interrupt me. So I'm going to share my screen, because if not, I'll just get on a tangent. And so I made a slideshow. Okay. Can everyone see that?
Yeah.
Actually, I should share my desktop, not just that. Hold on. Because I'm going to do... All right. Can we see that?
Yes.
Perfect. All right, let me get my brain here. I like seeing people while we do this. Okay, so like she said, my name is Jess. I have been a coach for about a little over 2.5 years, so I kind of have a long story, and that's kind of what I'm gonna start with, just kind of going back to the beginning so you guys kind of know my backstory. Plus, I love always hearing other people's stories, and it always inspires me. So all the way over to the left there, you see me in 2011. That was my freshman year of college. I grew up in upstate New York. I went down south to North Carolina for college, and I got a real good case of the freedom. I lived so far away from home, and I binged on literally everything in sight. I was a binge drinker. As you can see with the 5th in my hand in that picture. I played so many sports in high school, but when I got to college, I stopped playing any sports whatsoever, and I would grocery shop on the smallest budget ever, like AKA ramen and Tyson chicken patties and Hot Pockets and Velveeta. That was like my 4 main food groups. I kid you not. That's all I ever ate. And it's because all my money went to drinking. And looking back on it now, I can absolutely say I had a drinking problem. Back then, I would have never said that. I would have said, no, I'm in college. I'm just enjoying my life, just having fun. I absolutely had a drinking problem, because that is, in my hand, you see a bottle. That was my drink of the night. I would take a bottle, and I wouldn't get any mixers. I would literally just have a bottle and just drink. And that gained me 35 pounds my first year of college. And that went on for the next 4 years. And after college, I had to do an internship unpaid, and that was across the country in Kentucky. And so I moved for a full semester, worked at a hospital, and I found comfort in food when after my internship was up, I couldn't find a job. I applied for jobs for 11 months, and I could not get one. I was flying all over the country to try to get a job with my degree, and I was piling and piling on the debt while piling on the pounds, because I found so much comfort in food and alcohol.
What was your major?
Child life. So what I did was I would prepare kids in hospitals for medical procedures. And so in 2015, this middle picture, that was my very beginning of Beachbody. Can you see how happy I was? I laugh so hard every time I see this before picture. I just look so mad at the world. It was pulling teeth to get me to start Beachbody. I was absolutely I don't need your help kind of person. I was a very independent, full of myself ego person. And I was like, there's a free gym at my apartment. I'm not going to pay you $160. I don't need this like hippy dippy lovey feel good group to tell me I'm doing a good job and give me a gold sticker on my forehead. I don't need that. And clearly I did, because I was not seeing the results I wanted. I was not, feeling confident in myself. I had the worst body self-love, I struggle finding before pictures because I untag myself from everything. And so I have to dig deep in my albums to find good before pictures. And fast forward to 2017 now, I have an amazing husband that is in the Air Force. We live in Okinawa, Japan. And since 2015, I have moved from Kentucky back to North Carolina to New York to Japan. And so when people tell me they don't have time to work out, I just want to strangle them because I've probably missed maybe 10 to 15 workouts in the past 2 years. And that's saying something for me. Before it would be, I would do maybe 10 workouts in 2 years. And so now it's harder for me to take a rest day than it is to get my workout. And because this community has created such a love for myself that I couldn't imagine ever giving it up. And that's the main reason why I became my own CEO and became a leader in this family, because where I was in 2011, I never want anyone to feel. I never want anyone to have that negative self-doubt and feel like they need to drown themselves in alcohol and food just to get by throughout the day, because we have one life. We have one life we get to live. Why would you not want to make it the absolute best? And if you have the tools and resources to help someone have their best life, why the hell would you not want to share that? Why would you not want to give your all and give everything you have to other people? So that's me in a nutshell. I could have gone on way longer than that. All right. Being your own CEO, not eco. Thank you. Oh, I done jacked it up. Okay. Being your own CEO, this does not happen instantly. I did not become a full-time coach until this past January, and I started coaching in June 2015. It's a very uncommon thing. A lot of people that will see you, if you do decide to be a full-time Beachbody coach, a lot of people will see you and they're going to want that freedom that you have. So many people slave away day after day trying to create that financial freedom and that happiness, and they get in a job that will take them 40 years to do what we can do in maybe 2. I've seen people do this in 1 year. It's just, you have to put in the hard work. It's just so uncommon that people don't want to do it. It's the path less traveled by, so people are afraid to go down it. And again, when I said it doesn't happen instantly, it took me a full year to fully understand this business. I'm a quick learner, but I'm someone that needs to feel confident enough and really full of myself and like sure to share with other people, and other people just go right off the bat. Everyone has a different learning style, and that's okay. But mine was, I really needed to be sure of what I was doing. And it took me a full year to do that. The next year is when I really started blowing up and really started sharing people. And you're not going to get rich quick. I will tell you that. When I became a full-time coach, I took a big pay cut. And most full-time coaches do. If you hear some of the top coaches in this company, they weren't making $500,000 a year when they became a full-time coach. When I became a full-time coach, it wasn't really because I wanted to be a CEO. It's because I was moving to Japan, and it was kind of like a do or die. Like, you need to make this work, or you need to get a job where you learn how to speak Japanese. So I was like, all right, this is it. Let's do it. And I went from I was making about $200 a week with my Beachbody business, which is not a lot. And I was making about $1,100 a week or 2 weeks with the hospital, and I quit my hospital job. So I went from that to about $200 a week. So that's where I set scary goals for myself. I was like, this year I will hit Success Club 20 every single month. I will add X amount of coaches every single month. And you have to set those scary goals if you're going to make something your business. Because if you treat it like a business, it's going to pay like a business. But if you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay like a hobby. If you treat it like this is fun today, that's what it's going to pay like. You have to put in the work to get what you want out of it. It's tons of trials and errors. The amount of things I've changed in the past 2 years is unbelievable. I've probably changed more than a lot of coaches do, but you guys have heard over and over, especially if you're at Summit, that social media is changing. You can't go on here and kiss your shaker cup with some pick monkey words and expect to hit Success Club 20. It's just not a thing anymore. You have to go with how things change, and that means your business needs to change too. If you've been a coach since 2011, you can't be doing the things you were doing in 2011. You have to grow with the business. And so by that, I mean, a lot of people do the same things, and people know what Beachbody coaches do and what they are a lot of times. So if you're posting 21-day challenge groups all the time, maybe it's time to step out of the box. And I'm going to show you guys a little bit later about what I do now versus then. And this is going to blow your mind. I don't run challenge groups. I don't. And some people will say that's terrible, but I will show you a different approach on how I do it. I do still support my challengers, but I don't do 21-day groups. I don't do 30-day groups. I do a lifetime group, and I'll show you what I mean later on. This is not for everyone. Being your own CEO is not for everyone. You can fully be a successful CEO in Beachbody while working a full-time job. You can stay with your nursing job. You can be a teacher. You can do whatever you love and still be successful in this. You do not have to be full-time, but a lot in this business, essentially, no matter if you're full-time, part-time, whatever, you are a CEO. This is your business and you're going to run it. Whether you decide to make it successful or not, you're technically the owner of a business. And I'm learning. I thought I was going to love being home all the time and being full-time coach, just doing whatever I want. And oh my gosh, I go stir crazy a lot of days. It is crazy. We got a dog because the house is so quiet while Nate's at work. And I love what I got my degree in. So when we get back to the States, I'm probably going to apply for a hospital job. But you best damn believe my heart and soul is still going to be in Beachbody because my life has completely changed. You're going to hear so many people talk about why they do this, what's their why for doing this. Some people are income driven. Some people are, who want the feel of success. I am a people person. I am very much a Pearl personality, and I love seeing people succeed. So knowing that what I have to offer can change someone's life the way mine did is enough for me to stay around until I'm like 85. I'm going to be like an 85-year-old Beachbody coach, like pumping iron. Not all rainbows and unicorns. You do not show up in your business as a full-time Beachbody coach, and when you post a transformation that asks for someone emails, you get 500 emails in your comments. You don't automatically hear yeses all the time. You don't. This is my favorite. Because I'm a full-time coach and successful, I never hear objections, right? Everyone just wants to sign on. No, it is still really, really tough. You just have to use the resources your upline gives you. And if Kate is your upline, I know she gives you good resources. Kate is there for you. So if you have questions, reach out. She's there for you. When you're a CEO, you need to manage your time. That has probably been my biggest challenge ever since I went full time. It does not mean you get to do whatever you want. And I learned that because I would wake up like, oh, I don't need an alarm clock anymore. I can just like stroll in whenever I want. I can do some invites here. I can add people later. Oh, I'm going to go to the beach. Let me just clock out. A month later, if I tracked that, which I did, I sent out maybe 30 invites that whole month. You have to stick to a schedule. You have to have a monthly plan. You have to use a business activity tracker. I still use the basics. I have this little thing on my desk. I tape it. It's laminated because I'm cute like that. And I erase it every single month, and it tracks the basics for me. You can see it's workout, Shako, 30 minutes of PD, check into my challenge tracker, coach online office, messages, all the basics that you tell a brand new baby coach to do. I'm doing that 2.5 years later, because no matter how successful you get in this business, you can't ever stray from those basics, because that's what's going to build it. And if you aren't tracking those things, you're not going to know where your holes are. When you do track these, I can look at it and be like, oh my gosh, I haven't sent out any direct coach invites in 5 days. I need to focus on that today. And that's one of the best things I've done for my business, because that keeps me really, really consistent. Setting timers has also been great, because I'll get in the groove of sending messages and I'll see a notification pop up and I'll get distracted by that, or someone invites me to a team chat and I'll go to write it down in my planner. 2 hours have gone by and I still haven't finished my invites. If you take your phone, put on maybe a 30-minute timer, or if you're on a time crunch and you're working a really crazy busy job, do a 10-minute timer.
I do 10-minute timers. I do like the add friends, message 5 new people, or message new people, connections, whatever. I do 10-minute timers for all of them, and I just keep it going for as long as I have available. And you can do anything for 10 minutes.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it really, really helps, because in the back of your mind, you know that timer is going and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't stray from this, because if I'm not done in 10 minutes, I'm going to be so mad at myself. So it makes you work faster. It's so much more efficient, and it helps you keep your schedule. So moving into the schedule aspect, you know, when you have a full-time job in the corporate world or wherever you work, you have to be up at a certain time. You have to shower. You have to get ready. You have to brush your teeth. You have to eat. And you have to be there at a certain time. When you're a full-time Beachbody coach, do the same thing. Yes, there are some days if you are up really late because you had an event, you have the freedom to sleep in, but not every day. If you want this business to pay you like your full-time hospital job or your full-time teacher job does or more, you have to have that daily schedule. So even though, you know, Nate's schedule just got switched to nights. So now he doesn't go into work till 1 p.m. You know how badly I just want to lay in bed in the morning and just like cuddle, or lay there with a dog in him and just be like, oh, I'll go to work when he goes to work. That would be so easy for me to do because I can, but my business will fail. You want to know how I know that? Because that's what I did all last month. This I have not admitted to anyone, and I'm about to admit now. All year long, my goal was Success Club 10 All-Stars. Last month, I lost it. I was on my 8-month streak. Want to know what I got last month for Success Club? 8. That hit me so hard. And you want to know why I didn't hit it? It was my fault, 110%. Not because someone didn't use the link that I sent them in an email. Not because someone didn't register when they said they were going to register on Friday. It's because I didn't send more invites. It's because I didn't show up consistently every single day. You get out of this business what you put in. And my schedule was non-existent. Nate's schedule switched. I was like, yes, I can spend more time with you. I can be lazy with you. And then by the time 1 o'clock came, I was like, oh, well, I don't feel like working anymore. It's later. It's afternoon. I'll do it tonight at like 7. And then the dog is crazy. And then it's like 10 o'clock and I'm tired and I didn't work that day. And that happens day after day after day. And I should have known better because I'm a lazy afternoon person. I'm a very much a morning productive person. So that's when I work. I wake up at 7 a.m. no matter what. I get my workout in first thing. And then I do my own business activity. I do my personal development, build my business, and then I check in with my team. So it's really, really important for you to kind of have that selfish point of the day, because if you focus on your team, if you focus on other people, your own business isn't going to grow.
Along with that, I had a call with a John Maxwell life coach the other day, and we were talking about schedules and keeping them. And she said something I never heard before. She said one thing that I encourage people to put on their schedules is things that they do not want to do, the things that you shouldn't be doing. So for me, I'm a scroller. I love to scroll social media and see what everybody else is doing and see if like there's that one person that's looking for help, and I'm going to just find that one person. Just if I scroll four more times, 30 minutes later, I didn't do anything.
30 minutes later, you're sucked into cat videos.
I don't watch cat videos. I watch food videos. Anyway, so putting on that schedule things that you're not supposed to do, it's going to keep you in tune with the things that you are supposed to do as well. So just keep that in mind.
I like that. So maybe when I'm done with all my business activity at like 12 p.m., at 1 p.m., I can schedule in Facebook scrolling.
Oh, there you go. Do it in the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. So being a leader, if you are going to build your own team, you need to break off from your upline. I'm not saying that means stop tuning into team calls, because you absolutely should be a part of every team call you absolutely have the opportunity to. Like Kate was saying, I am like 5 down from Raina. That means I have 5 team calls to tune into every week, and they are the best things I can do for my business. That is a gift for me because I have so many people to follow and reach out to. But that doesn't mean I get to handhold. You don't need to recreate the wheel, but you do need to stop handholding. So that means make your own team calls, host your own sneak peeks, do your own new coach training, and you can do something completely new and different. And you don't have to do the same exact things that your upline does. If they do something that doesn't feel like you, doesn't feel like your voice, don't do it. If you're not a 5-day free food group person, don't do it. Find something that works for you. And I have these talks with my upline all the time. She is such a sweet, sweet girl. Love her. But we have totally different styles on things, and we bounce ideas off of each other. And the way she would do something is not exactly the same way I would do something, and vice versa. So it's okay to do stuff different than your upline. And that's what's going to make you stand out. So what I want to show you is rewinding back to when I told you I don't do challenge groups. I use a website. This is my team, Fit Soul Nation, and my website is just jessvunk.com. And I have gone through like 500 different stages of this website. It used to be like a really crappy blog at one point that no one ever read. And I used it to like attract people, fill out forms. Now, as of last week, this is where I'm hosting everything. I am completely off Facebook with challenge groups. I went from using Facebook groups, and then when the My Challenge Tracker app came out, I would only do like 21-day My Challenge Tracker apps. And I found over time, the same people were joining my groups month after month after month. And then when new people came in, I wouldn't hear from them. They would fall off. And then I would honestly forget that they ever ordered from me because I never interacted in the page in the first place. And I felt people falling through the cracks. And I felt that the 21-day challenge groups were kind of creating a sense of get fit quick, and then after 21 days, I should be fit. So I wanted an ongoing thing so people can come and go, because people naturally fall off track. If you don't believe that, then you're going to have a hard time as a coach. People fall off track. And so I wanted a place where someone can fall off track, but still be inspired by other people to get back on. So I created a Facebook group. And then I moved to Instagram. And so many of my Instagram people don't have Facebooks, or I would attract some of my mom's friends and they don't have Facebooks, and it's just not a good hub, and I didn't want to rely on Facebook. So I created a forum. This is my website. And in our forum, when you log in, it's just like Facebook. And I'm not going to click on these because I do respect the privacy of my challengers and all that, but I can show you one section. This is where we do our sweaty selfie check-in every day with your workouts. I host daily inspiration in here, so I do quotes and I do live videos to keep them going. I share recipes and meal ideas. 99% of them are from the Fixate book, the Shift Shot meal plan, Beachbody stuff. Struggle Bus City, if someone is having a hard time falling off track, they need a program recommendation, they can post in there. Team transformation, so if anyone wants to share before and afters, they're too afraid to share on their public page, but they still want support. This is a good place for them to share that. And other people that want that encouragement when they first join, like, this is actually going to work, they can check in there and see the transformations. So I'll show you the what's new category, because that's literally just me posting. And this is where I'm posting new things that's coming up in the Beachbody world. So Clean Week's coming. Double Time is coming. Daily Sunshine just came out. And so this is where I keep people updated. And I have found people being more consistent with this. Instead of someone joining a challenge group and doing 21 days, and after the 21 days, they have to wait X amount of weeks to join the next group, they're not having that roller coaster effect. It's a lifelong journey. And I love this so much. And I know it's non-conventional. I know it's not what Beachbody tells us to do, but it's what works. What works for me. I still have people registering. I still hit Success Club. I still hold people accountable to their journeys. And this is what's going to stand out. You're not doing the gross cold invites that worked in 2011. You're not doing the, join my challenge group, like Kiss My Shaker Cup posts. It's completely different, and it works for me. I just personally love it, and other people do love the 30-day challenges. I have other resources on here, like a workout playlist for people to have their music on here, and they can stream all this music. PD recommendations, how to build your meal plans, and this has nixed a lot of questions. So people, how to use the containers, I give them JessVunk.com, meal plan builder, and it literally takes them 5 steps how to use the container system, instead of me having to explain it over and over and over again. I have live events. So I talk about the UK launch. I'm starting to host in October. I'm certified in Quarter Force, so I'm going to start teaching classes on the beach here. Super Saturday, Coach Summit, and I feel like this creates a better community sense, and it's a better conversion from challenger to coach. People feel a better community, and they're like, oh, what is Coach Summit? That sounds fun. Or down here, people can see this, like, oh, you have pre-workout? You click on pre-workout, and they can get pre-workout right here. Instead of me having to like subtly share it in my Instagram story every day until someone says, what's that yellow stuff you're drinking? This is direct and in people's face, just like I am. So I attract people like me, and I just share what I would want to see. And that's the best thing you can do as a CEO. Once you find your niche market, share things that would attract you. Do your lifestyle and do your coaching as how you would attract yourself. Think about what attracted you to Kate or whoever your upline is. What was it about her that made you join? And just be that person, duplicate it, because you're going to attract a team that's going to be so easy to work with. I wouldn't want to ever attract someone that likes knitting circles or is like a biker chick, because I would not know how to interact with those people. I would need people like me. Timing. Timing is literally everything. Like I had mentioned, I was kind of thrown into the CEO position of my own business to be full-time. I just took the leap that I needed to make. And there's so many type of coaches. You either need to make it work. You need to make it work. You need the income. You want to make it work because it could be awesome, or it's like, whatever, it doesn't matter. Whatever stage you're in that is going to depend on your income. If you decide that you need to make it work, you're going to have like a need income. You're going to create that income that your family needs. Same with want. Like, I want to do this. You're going to have an paycheck. So you have to decide what kind of bracket you fall in there. I see the timer on the top and it's stressing me out, so I'm going to hurry through this.
All right, you're fine. We'll just hop back onto this link when it's if you need to go longer. Like,
okay, I only have like 3 slides left. I told you I'm a talker. I'm sorry.
Okay. You're all good. You're all good.
Not rainbows and unicorns, at least all the time. sometimes it's really great. If you have an amazing team, it's going to feel rainbows and unicorns, especially if you go to Super Saturdays, to Summit. If you go to team events, you're going to feel that rainbow and unicorn feeling like, holy crap, how is this my job? How do I get paid to do this? How did I meet these people to be my best friends? If you put in the time and effort, you're going to have that rainbow and unicorn feeling. But at the same time, you're still going to have the tough convos with messages. You're still going to have people quitting. The amount of people that I get emails from, like, you have a canceled coach account. It happens. The people that started with me and built me to Emerald, built me to Diamond, are not here anymore. They're not here. And if you think that the people that you sign up to build yourself to Emerald are going to be here in the end, that would be awesome. That's great. But it's unlikely. That's why you constantly have to be out there. You constantly have to keep sharing, posting, inviting every single day, because not all of us have the heart. Not all of us feel the same way that we do. A lot of people are afraid to share. A lot of people are afraid to start, and not everyone has a leader personality. So you have to decide if you're just going to sit on those eggs that you've hatched to build you to Emerald, or if you're going to keep collecting more eggs. I just came up with that analogy. It was
It's
weird.
really good. I really like it, actually. It's like,
All right. Never stop doing the basics. Like I said, with that daily activity tracker, you have to invite, constantly add to your network. That is a very, very big thing. I heard a statistic a few weeks ago that in 2013, I believe, someone needed to see something 3 times in order to register. That has gotten up to 12. 12 times in 2017, someone has to be presented with an idea before they grasp it or sign up or whatever the idea may be. So that's why it's so important you're constantly showing up. If you are annoying yourself with your posts, good. Show up so many times. There are days where I don't post under 3 or 4. I post 3 to 4 times every day. Sometimes I post 6. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so annoying. And I'm like, good. That means someone saw my post today. Everyone in my newsfeed probably saw one of my posts today. You have to remember that not everyone's on at the same time. There's the algorithms and all that nonsense. So you have to show up every single day. Have fun with it. That's the best part. You can create new trainings. You can set crazy goals for yourself. One of my goals is to pay off all of my student loans with solely Beachbody income. I have $120,000 of student loans, so that's a good goal, right? Send out monthly gifts. They don't have to be crazy. I know what it feels like to be told to send out gifts and you have like $12 in your bank account. Send them out something in the dollar store. Share your journey. That, if anything, do it to keep yourself accountable. If you're not even trying to attract people, do it to hold yourself accountable. Because if you are sharing, say you're going to share transformation once every 2 weeks. If that 2-week mark comes by and you don't have a transformation to share, you're going to feel like crap. Set a goal for yourself. Make yourself do this. And if you're doing it for yourself, that's when other people are going to vibe with you. You can't push this on other people. They have to want it for themselves. And we all know that, because whoever approached you in the beginning, you had to make that decision. We didn't decide that for you. So if you are leading by example, people are going to be like, I want that. I want to feel like that. I want to work from home so I can be with my kids. I want to be home with my husband. I want to retire my husband. Whatever your goals are, do them, achieve them, share them, and that's how you're going to attract people. You don't have to be crazy successful to be a CEO. You don't have to be a stay-at-home. I'm not making thousands and thousands of dollars every week, but I'm doing it because I know that's what my family needs, and I love sharing with people, and that is what's going to build up my business and make me successful over time. That's all I got.
I love it. So we've got 4.5 minutes to ask her questions and things like that. And I just want to lead with, I love your wellness studio, your online wellness studio. I think that is awesome. I would love to do a follow-up call with you in October and kind of pick your brain Did you hire somebody to do it? Did you, did you do it on your own? If you did it on your own, what did you use? And when you started it, did you pull ideas from other people's blogs and websites and different things like that? So I don't want to get into any of those details right now, but know that I will be private messaging you for a follow-up on kind of a how-to expansion call.
Yeah, I'm down.
I like it. I like it. Does anybody else have any questions or thoughts or whatever?
I'm an open book. Lay it on me.
Love it.
I do really like the idea as well, because I'm really uncomfortable with Facebook. Like, Facebook's kind of my personal thing too, so I'm really weird about interacting Facebook with, my kid posts and family posts and whatever. So I really like your idea.
I think that's
with Facebook, I get that. I was the same way. I was very, very personal when it came to that, but I still use Facebook as my business. I do share my journey. I share family posts. I share fitness posts. You kind of have to have a good variety of it. When you become a coach, you don't need to be a Beachbody robot and just share Beachbody stuff. But you do need to share your journey. And if Facebook is not where you're going to grow your business, that's fine, but you'll have to find some platform. So maybe if you just want to do Instagram, you can do that. No one says you have to use Facebook, but you have to use something.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's a really good place for challengers to go, because she said, like, people fall off and get back on. I've had more people that joined me a year ago that have messaged me in the last 3 months that are like, gosh, I just need it. I need you. I need something. And then I plug them into the Fight the Funk group, and I literally hear crickets from them. I've checked in with some people 4 or 5 times in the last few months, and just no response whatsoever. So I do like, and I don't know if they're seeing them or not. Like, their little thing isn't going down, but I know I ignore some people's messages so the thing doesn't go down. So I'm not sure what the deal is with those people, but I love the idea that they wouldn't even have to be on social media to have our support. I think that's really cool.
I love it personally. Like, it's still in the trial and error phase because it's been about a week since we started it. But I love it just because it's a separate thing. You're not on Facebook getting distracted by other notifications. Like, this is where you go because you want to make your fitness better, and you're actively making this step. And I've told everyone about it if they want to log into it and join it. And I'm telling them that the Facebook page is getting deleted. So if they don't join, that's on them. That, like, I can't handhold every single human being, and they probably weren't checking into the Facebook page anyway. So,
yeah. Well, we have less than a minute. Thank you so much. I thought it was a great call, a different perspective for sure on coaching. And thank you guys for tuning in on your Sunday night. It was good to see you guys.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye.